Hi, my name is Barry Crampton. A couple of weeks ago I got an email off a firm called Super PDR. They tell me they're the leading supplier of dent tools, or perhaps I should say one of the leading suppliers of dent tools, so I don't get sued or anything. And they asked me if I wanted to test their glue pulling kit. I bought one myself a few years ago, and it came in quite handy. We moved office and somehow it got misplaced, so I haven't used it since we moved. But anyway, they sent me this kit to try. Now, full disclosure, they've sent me the kit free of charge. They haven't told me what I have to say, and to be fair, they couldn't tell me what I had to say. If I don't like it, I'll tell you. But anyway, so this is the kit. The first thing is, it comes in a nice handy bag, and it's nice and bright, so even I can't lose it. What have we got inside? I'll just empty the contents out. So we've got this. I'll do some close-ups of the things. That's just a wind out puller. Obviously you wind that in, and then pulls the dent out. You glue back that bit to the dent, put the puller over the top, and then wind it out like so. So that's kind of a precision thing. So there's that. This is the actual kind of gun that you use. That's the type I've used before. You put the little plastic thing, glue the plastic thing to the dent, tuck it in there, and then use that to pull it out, and that to adjust the tension. Let's see what else. A cloth. We've got a slide hammer. Now that's a quicker bit for pulling bigger dents out. That goes on there like so. Obviously comes in two pieces, so make it smaller to carry, but so there you go. That put the plastic little grommet thing in there and bang it out like that. We've got the glue sticks, the glue gun. That comes like with an American plug on it, but you get this little adapter for the UK, so that's a decent sized glue gun as well, I have to say. Put that over there. Little hammer, tapping hammer, and for the tapping hammer you have this. Take down high spots. So that's the little tap, little punch, and these ends unscrew. So you unscrew them like so. So there we go. So you can change the ends depending on what you want to do. Obviously too sharp, you're going to end up with a load of little low spots. Do that. So we'll put them back in there so we don't lose them. So that's the little tap system. Bottle for cleaner to get the glue off. Some more extension. Oh, sorry, actually, those are for this puller here. So the different sizes, again, I'll just show you that. So you've got different sizes of end, and for different dents, for creases, I would imagine that is, and for big round dents. So that is with that. Load of different shape. I'm not sure what you call these, pads perhaps. Pads, and actually when I was playing with it the other day, I left one out. So, like you say, there's all different sizes there. And the good thing with these is that they're pretty much reusable. Although when our dent man does any glue pulling, occasionally I find one of these on the forecourt where he's pulled it with a slide hammer and it's shot somewhere and he loses it. So I'll try not to do that. We then have this cable, and it's a USB cable. This is for probably the most important bit, because when I tried to do the dents at first, you your eyes strain terribly trying to see it, especially in sunlight, and especially when the dent comes out a lot. However, with this reflection board, of course, if there's a dent, then the lines separate, and it makes it easier to see. So that is also illuminated, so we can plug that in, perhaps to the power socket in the car, and so that's the kit anyway. I'm going to, the whole point of this, it just kind of let me manage expectations. For me, the whole point of this is, we have a dent man, he's very, very good. We sell lots of Range Rovers, Jags, BMWs, Mercedes-Benz, and they have to be absolutely perfect. However, you know, we'll sell a 30 grand car and take a 20 grand car in, and we'll sell that 20 grand car in and perhaps take a 10 grand in, and then a 5 grand in, and so on. And down the line, it gets to a point where you can't really afford, or it's not worthwhile getting the dent man in to charge 45 quid for a panel and 25 quid for each extra dent. Now, I don't know whether that's what our dent man charges, because we never look at his bill. He does such a good job, we trust him and we just pay him. We've dealt with him for 20 years. But for instance, we've taken in yesterday a Skoda, an old Skoda, and it's about 900 quid, 1,000 quid's worth. Well, you start spending 45 quid to 70 quid on dents on that, and all of a sudden, you know, there's not going to be any profit in it, because we'll just sell it off. We'll just sell it off as a you know, a cheap part exchange. But even the people that come for a cheap part exchange, even the people who are spending 500 quid, they still expect a new car. They expect a car with no dents in, or at least not ones that you can see from across the road. So this is where this kit comes in for us. And the more you practice with this kit, I mean, I showed it our dent man, and he's got thousands and thousands of pounds of equipment, and he did say, hand on heart, he did say, you know, that feels like real good quality. It feels like it'll do the job. I couldn't get him to actually do it. My plan for this video was to make me look good, and to just do a close-up of our dent man doing the dent, and then you know, zoom out, and I'm like, you know, that's all my work. But he wouldn't do it. So it is me that's going to be doing the dent. It won't be perfect, as I say. I need to manage expectations now. It won't be perfect, but it will be good enough for us not to have to get him when the customer comes and says, hey, there's a dent there. I'm not buying it with that dent on. So it'll be good enough to do that. The last dent I attempted was on the edge of a bonnet, and it was like so. There was a curve that way along the bonnet, and there was a curve that way, and the dent was there, and that came out all right. So hopefully these should be easier. Let's go and attempt a dent. As I say, I'm not being paid to do this, and it is. They have sent me the kit. But the first thing I would say is that the reflection board, this one sucks. It's as you can see there, I couldn't get it to stay in the right position. The actual suction cup, one of the edges was damaged, so it's not giving me a proper, it's not adhering properly to the panel, and this bit wasn't fastened to that, so it's just moving round. So it's a bit awkward, because I wanted it sideways and to do it from here so I can look down the panel. So I'm having to look down it from this way, which is probably a good thing, because it means I don't have to like kneel down as much. Anyway, let me just show you. That's a reflection board, so that's how it works. And if you can see there, as I move into the reflection board, you'll see the lines splaying out. So that tells me where the dent is, and it's easier for me to see. So what I'm going to do now is I've lined up a couple of these that I'm going to use. that's the one I'm going to use. It's an oval dent to start off with, so I'm going to try and use that, put that there, and then see if I can pull it out. So hopefully this is ready by now. Let me just line it up, and so the glue gun's all good. That may be too much. Leave it for a short while. Now, one of the things that I forgot to do was get the solvent. So I've got some contact cleaner, which I'm hoping will work. But then, that goes in there. We'll just adjust that so it goes in and it's flat and it's taking all the tension up, like so. And then I'm just pulling gently to see how much. It looks like it's pulled off in the middle. There we go. That's come off not too bad. That's actually made a bit of a difference. So I'm just going to have another do with that again. Again, important thing is when you're working not to put this on that surface, otherwise when you go on there you're just going to scratch your car. So have somewhere to put that. Let's just say, whoops. So this car's about 900 quid. So there's a few trolley dents up the side. By the time you get marked down to do this, 10% of the value of your car's gone or been added on. Nobody wants that. I'm sure people would rather have dents that are less noticeable that I've done than absolutely perfect that Mark's done. That's not the point of the kit, by the way, because it is a kind of semi-professional kit and should do an extremely good job. It all depends on the skills of the person who's doing it. I'm just going to put it that way for the time being. So there, so hopefully you can see it, and then just pull out a bit more. That's come off too quick. Let's see if this contact cleaner does do it. And it does. Let's have a look down there. I'm going to attempt to pull it down the line now of the crease. So happens, your fingernails work better than the scraper. Who'd have thought? I think that's pulled it out at the top. Just going to put a line down the middle. And they did tell me to ring them and they would talk me through what the best way to approach the dent and what to do. But I can't read instructions and I can't listen to people telling me what to do. So this is it. It is what it is. So I've just put that right down the line, the crease line. This has a cutout in the centre of this, this kind of plastic device. Oh, that's where the other one was that I was looking for. It's still in the thing. So again, I'm just going to adjust that so it slides over, take the tension up, and then pull. That's doing it a bit better, but still not as good as Mark's. I mean that last pull where I put the line of glue right up the centre, that's pretty much got it. You can only see it now with the aid of the dent board, and it is very, very shallow. Once I take that away, it's all but gone. To get it perfect, I'd probably need to just go with the smaller ones and just go down the line. And if you had all day and not a job to do, then you could do it. But that's fine now. That's acceptable. Just take this off. That's completely acceptable. No, I can just about see it there, just about. So I'm happy with that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.